Hello again and welcome to this week's Leadership in Action from the 80/20 CEO. I'm your host, Nick Badhead. Of course, making and spending money makes most of us feel good, but all of us know that no matter what, there still is a void within that draws us to a sense of lacking, a sense of missing. In fact, some of us are compelled to take unfathomable actions, yet never find a way to fill the void. On the contrary, the more we've tried, the worse the situation gets. The intensity varies from time to time, but it never fades completely. Most of us who have been around the block for some time know what I'm talking about. Now here's a suggestion. Don't just make money. Get involved in the lives of others at a deep, deep level. You may find that you change more than one life. Here's Marn Myers, the CEO of Judson Center, who has made a difference in the lives of thousands of Detroit children. I urge you to contact her, give her a call, and find out.
Can you tell us a story that makes a big difference? Like, you talked about children who are incredibly disappointed. What makes people, a story that people can relate to and say, yeah, if it cost $1,000 to make this child readjust to the world and to realize that it's not all that bad and change their life, I would be willing to do so if I could understand what you're doing. So, you just mentioned about this situation where children are so disappointed. Do you have any stories or any examples where the audience could relate to?
I think so. Let me think. How about if I share with you a story of a young man that came into our residential program, a teenager. He had been living with his dad in a southern state, in that his mother had left the two of them. And he just worshipped his dad. But his dad, out of desperation, got in trouble with the law and had to be incarcerated. So he was sent from the one person that he cared most about in life to the Detroit area and was sent to live with an aunt. But it just didn't, he was so hurt and so angry and so frustrated that his aunt just was not able to handle him. And so he ended up living in our residential program. He was someone that we were able to, he had some athletic skills, so we were able to connect him with this basketball team at his school. And so he got some frustration worked out on the basketball court, but also got to feel like he was someone special and that people cared about him beyond just his dad. He also received almost weekly letters from his father, who was still in prison, encouraging him to do well in school, encouraging him to keep his nose clean, not get in trouble with the law. And those letters were extremely powerful for this young man. And he was willing to share them with his therapist, and so they were able to work through some of that frustration, that anger, that rage that he was feeling when he first came into care. And then after about a full year in our program, he graduated from high school and was able to go on to college. So that's a real good example of a young man that came in angry, needed a chance to kind of take a look at what the world is all about and reframe his thinking. Of course, the father's letters were a significant tool for the therapist to work with this young man and help him see the world differently.